Hey y'all, it's the nosy goddess being nosy, child. We're getting into the business of Allison Holker, who is the widow of Twitch, or Stephen Twitch boss, that we knew from So You Think You Can Dance, as well as the Ellen Show, and just how amazing he was as far as his art form and the light that he brought to the world. Now, his widow has written a book, child. I talked about this in the video I posted yesterday, and how, some of the things she said in the interview on this promo tour that she did are disturbing. And the thing that is happening today, though, is she is getting the reaction that she deserves. Yeah, she has been telling things about him that we don't even know are true, honestly. But she claims that she got this stuff out of his journal, things that she claims she didn't even know about him herself. Now, why on earth would you want to publicize things that he didn't want you or the world to know when he was alive? I'll tell you why. For your own selfish personal gain. So I just wanted to show y'all a message from her own friends. Well, really one friend in particular. And we'll let that message speak for itself. Let me pull that up. So this is on the Jasmine brand on Instagram. Stephen Twitch boss's longtime friend Courtney Ann Platt slams wife Allison Holker for using her husband's personal journal entries in her memoir. And here's what she had to say. I was there the moment you both connected. I was there the day you got engaged. I stood by your side on your wedding day. I was in your home the day he died. I was by your side because your husband was my family. It didn't matter how often we spoke, how often we saw each other. We were bonded forever. This is by far the most tacky, classless, opportunistic act I've ever seen in my entire life. We all had to sign some weird NDA to attend his funeral. Even his own mother, who you've treated like garbage this entire time. And let's just remember, you wouldn't have even had a husband if it wasn't for her. Not to share anything or ruin his name as if that was on anyone's mind in the first place. And here you go and write a book with all the dirty laundry smearing his name and attempting to dim the bright, loyal, loving light that was your husband, my friend. Whether any of it is true or not is actually beside the point. This is how you protect the boss name you so quickly dropped on your social media platforms 48 hours after he passed, his legacy. This is how you protect his children from any further humiliation, hurt, and despair. This is what you want them to remember about him. You have moved on. You're living your life. You're on every carpet you can get on, every celebrity row you can sit in, every magazine you can be in, and you needed to do this? Get a journal, a therapist, a friend, but publishing a book shamelessly, sharing the pages of your husband's journal? People magazine? What a joke. Yes, he took his own life, which is a fact all of us still can't fathom. And he was clearly having mental health issues, so hurting so deeply. And this is your example of empathy, of your love. This smear campaign for a buck is absolutely not what he have ever wanted, no matter how bad he was hurting. Not for a second. You're a living, breathing bulldozer. Stick to your own demons. Shame on you, Allison. Shame on your money-hungry team. Let my friend rest in peace, not your PR. Whew. That was the message she needed to hear. And she definitely heard it because she responded to this woman. So this is from the Shade Room. Allison Holker responds to fan after she's accused of disgracing Stephen Twitch boss's name in recent interview. So someone posted a comment. This whole thing made me sad. He's gone. Why tear apart this name? I was fully supportive about you moving on and being, but this paycheck was not worth disgracing his name. She responded to this. I'll always love you, just trying to help people feel safe to ask for help and support. So this is the response she needed. Someone in the comments said, nah, making his own mother sign an NDA to her dead son's funeral is beyond foul. Y'all stop playing with mother's dead sons. This woman took so much away from his blood family. I have zero care or respect for her. Exactly. Yeah, somebody else said, too bad we know she made his whole family sign an NDA to come to his funeral, even his mom. Something isn't right. Exactly. Now, I spoke on this on yesterday's video, but the cousin of Twitch also posted. She started out her post saying, yeah, I don't give a F about an NDA, because she obviously signed one when she went to the funeral. She had everyone sign an NDA walking before they could come into the funeral service. It's disgusting. But this cousin said, this crazy woman made me and his actual family, including sign an NDA just to even attend the funeral. She's been trying to tarnish his legacy and refuses to let the Boss family see the children, only to exploit and lie on my cousin. Hell no. And this was in response to People Magazine's posts about her article. You know, her describing his drug addiction, very scary, and things of that nature, it goes along. I hate to make it about race, but it's a whole narrative about Black men being scary and, you know, being on drugs and things. And it was never proven to be so. This has never come out prior to this. Now, on her own page, people were not being quiet about how they felt about her and what she's doing. A lot of people went in on her in her comments, and it is worth a read. I'll read a couple. So disappointed in your decision to expose things he didn't want anyone to know. How sadly opportunistic of you, Allison. Turning yourself into a victim after you make his entire family sign NDAs to attend the funeral and prevent his children from seeing their grandparents is intentional, and you aren't fooling anybody. You have a very dark and nasty spirit. You have everything to do with Twitch no longer being here with us. Oh, wow. This is embarrassing, Allison, someone said. Bad enough you would destroy his legacy, but to taint his children's memory is disgraceful. Somebody said, anything to make you rich and famous, huh? This is the comment I was looking for. Autopsy versus no drugs or alcohol. The autopsy report confirmed that Boss was completely sober when he died. No other wounds. The report also stated that Boss had no additional wounds onto his body. No history of suicide. The report also stated that per his family, Boss had no history of suicidal ideation or suicide attempts. So I don't know. This, is alarming, because I think many of us already felt like something was fishy about his story, his unaliving himself, but now it's really looking crazy. The way she is reacting, her friend let us know from day one, from 48 hours after he passed, she dropped his last name. She's been on this mission to, I guess, be a star, I guess you could say. I don't know, but I think this person doing the research about the autopsy and putting that out there is important. I'll just leave it here. I just wanted to point out that this lady is nasty. I suggest that no one buys this book, because she needs to learn a hard, fast lesson about life. You just don't do people like this. especially this man who you married in 2013. You've had children with him. He adopted your daughter that you had previous to him. Yet you do this. So yeah, cancel Allison Holker. Get her off the map. Till next time, y'all. Bye.